guys, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Apologies for not doing a video last week. I was in the middle of extremely editing my book, and I got so carried away with it, trying to finish it, that I basically blew off most of my responsibilities for the rest of that week. So I forgot to film a video last week. So I apologize for that. That wasn't planned. But yeah, here we are now, and I'm going to be doing a book haul video, which I should have done a long time ago, but I didn't, because I meant to do one after Christmas. Yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, so I'm going to be showing you books that I've gotten from December 2023 all the way up to now, which when I'm filming this, it is May. So you should be seeing this one in this month, but you know, who really knows anymore with my life and my scheduling, because I don't have one. So, you know, yeah. Anyways, so part of that haul, I also wanted to show, I got this Captain America t-shirt because Captain America is my favorite superhero. I've been wanting to get like different like shirts and stuff of movies and stuff, characters I like and stuff like that. So this was the first one I got. I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. The shirt does bleed pink though when I wash it, so you can't go with the rest of the clothes for a while. But yeah, so I got that. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be showing you guys books and then a couple other things too. I thought I'd show you some films, a film and a TV series that I got as well. I'll be doing reviews of those at some point. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do film, like reviews, rambles, talks, whatever I'm doing with it. I still haven't figured it out, obviously. But yeah, anyways, we're just going to jump in with the books I got for Christmas. Thankfully for all these books, I've pretty much either read them. There's only like a few that I haven't read like at all, so that's nice. So anyways, yeah, the books I got for Christmas, my family and I, we don't really do a ton of stuff for Christmas, being a really small family and all, but my mom, my sister, and I, we have a tradition of giving each other books for Christmas. So these were the ones I got from them. I got from my sister, I got Between Shifts by W.R. Gingle and Redeemed by H.L. Burke. I've read both of these already. You will have seen them actually in my reading vlog that I did previously before this video. But yeah, in May. Wow, okay, this sounds really bad. But yeah, so yeah, those were the two books she got me. And then my mom got me two books. She got me A Solstice of Fire and Light by Angela R. Watts. I've also read this book, and Weird Writing Prompts by Janine Ippolito, I believe is how you say the author's last name, which is a writing nonfiction book. Wow. Okay, that just flew out the window. You know what? I should probably use this. I haven't used this book yet. Maybe I should leave this out and use this for something. That could be kind of fun. I'm kind of in between writing projects now that I finished editing my book. Yay for that. that took way longer than it needed to. Mainly because of my own mental stuff, not the book's fault. But you know, anyways, I should leave this out and use it. And I don't know if anyone else noticed. I only noticed this after I got the book physically, which is like, it made me feel kind of stupid. But the pencil outlines, it makes a face. I didn't notice that until after I owned the book. So yeah, I don't know how dumb that makes me, but you know, hey, who knows? So anyways, yeah, those were the ones my mom got me, so there were those. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put these. Oh well. Oh, I guess we'll just put them over here. I'll just start stacking them up over here. If they show in the frame, that'll be how many books I've gotten. Yeah. If you... Okay, wow. This video is everywhere. I haven't filmed for a bit. If it isn't clear, and no, I don't drink caffeine, so I'm not on coffee. So the next that I have, I didn't get all of these at the same time. I got these interspersed, but this is just random nonsense now. But I got a bunch of the Library Wars manga. This is currently out of print, paperback wise. Anyways, you can get them as ebooks, but I don't really care for manga as an ebook. So, but anyways, I got Volume 2. Volume 3, Volume 4, and this is kind of like a dystopian-esque series where like censorship is involved with media and the libraries are protecting their books. It's a really good series. It's a really underrated series if you ask me. I mean, I don't know a ton about the manga community, so maybe it's more popular than I think it is, but yeah. So anyways, I got Volume 6, Volume 7, and then Volume 12. So yeah, I'm still missing several of the volumes, but like I said, they're really hard to find, and now I'm having a problem of they're all ex-library copies that are being offered, and unless I can take the stickers off, I really don't want to get those. But if after a while, if that's all I can get, yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. I'm kind of just waiting to see if any more pop up that aren't library copies. And kind of on the same comic manga side, I got Crash Course, which is a Star Wars comic. This is like my favorite Star Wars comic ever. I really, really like this one, so I wanted a copy for myself. It's a little banged up on the edges here. I think someone stuck it in a box wrong or something, so it looks a little wonky. You probably can't even tell. But yeah, this is out of print too, but I'm really glad I found this one. Then I got myself a copy of Adoring the Dark by Andrew Peterson. I've read this before. This is like it's thoughts on community calling and the mystery of making. It's basically like an encouragement book for creatives. So yeah, I have read this before. I read it originally from my library. Yeah, and so I bought myself a copy finally. It took me a while. And I heard in Wonder Review that supposedly the moon on the front cover actually glows in the dark. I haven't tested this out yet. But, yeah, now that I look at it, it does look like it has some kind of texture on it, so some kind of glow-in-the-dark paint, maybe? I'm not really sure. But, yeah, got that one. And I would definitely recommend this to other creatives who are watching, like writers, artists, anything. It's really helpful, really encouraging, definitely puts into perspective, I can't say that word, puts into perspective, a kind of God's calling of us to create art and what that means and glorifying him and stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. I really ought to reread this. But you know, I'm rereading so much at this point, I haven't gotten to that. Okay, so this is the first book in the stack that I haven't read yet, and that's Reborn by H.L. Burke. This is the third book in the Supervillain Rehabilitation Project. I can't say that word either. This is just going to be a video full of me not being able to say words. But anyways, yeah, I really like the blue cover and blue background and the spine. I haven't read this one yet. I haven't been in the mood. I started reading it at one point, but then I realized I wasn't in the mood for it, so I put it back down. So yeah, I will get to this eventually though. Because I really like her superhero universe, her series and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this one when I get in the mood. But since I'm a mood reader, I'm stuck with I have to be in the mood for it. Which my family doesn't get, which I don't get either, but you know, I am one, so I just live with it. Okay, the next one is the Tangled manga. So yeah, this is just the movie as a manga format. I really like this one. Annoyingly though, they sold me the library copy, which they didn't disclose in their description that it was a library copy, so now I'm ticked. But thankfully I was able to get the stickers off. It was just the barcode and one here at the bottom. Thankfully they came off, so don't have that. But it is a little yellowed, banged up on the edges, but they weren't selling it anymore, so that's kind of the risk you get when you get them used. And then I got another Tangled the series comic. This one's Hair-Raising Adventures. It's like the third book, and not that they're in a series, but it's like the third one they published. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. But yeah, just different comics. It's definitely in the vein of the series rather than the movie, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And, you know, like I said, most of these I've actually read, so that's nice. Then I have Go Teen Writers Write Your Novel by Stephanie Burrell, Jill Williamson, Shannon Ditmore. If I don't mention the author's names, I apologize. I'm all over the place in this video. But yeah, read this. Was really helpful. Also, I have a problem of when I read writing craft books, I tend to then overanalyze writing too much, so I have to be careful which ones I read, but this one's still a really good one. I got a lot of good things out of it, underlined a bunch of stuff. Yeah, just really good. Then I got this one, What Once Was Mine by Liz Braswell. This is a twisted tale, basically. This is like a series published by Disney where they take the animated movies and they put a twist to them. So this one is, what if Rapunzel's mother drank a potion from the wrong flower? So instead of the sunflower, she drinks it from, or instead of the, yeah, it was the, okay, it wasn't the blossom from the sundrop flower, instead it was the moondrop. So they're kind of taking inspiration from the series, which is totally fine by me. And this is one of the few in the series. I've read a bunch of the Twisted Tales, and they've ranged from I'm okay with, they've ranged from I like them to I absolutely despise them. So this was actually one of the ones I really liked, obviously, which isn't always the case for when they novelize Tangled, because it's my favorite movie ever, so I'm very picky on how they portray these characters and stuff. So yeah, I really did enjoy this one though. I also liked it. It was more told as in a Princess Bride-esque way, where basically it's a brother is twisting the story of Tangled to tell to his sister. So basically so it's not like this is the real world, this is how it actually happened for these characters from this movie. It's more like, it's an interpretation of somebody like telling their fan fiction version of it. So yeah, I think it was the format more that I really enjoyed, and also the author did nail the characters. So yeah, I did really enjoy this one. I do want to reread it now that I've bought a copy, but haven't been in the mood, so you know, that's the story of everything. Okay. Oops. Then I also have Cinder, Stars, and Glass Slippers by Brittany Fisher, my favorite Cinderella retelling ever in book form. So yeah, definitely had to get a copy of this. I love the cover. It just incorporates all the elements. You can even see the glass slipper down here. It's on the spine. I just really like it. These are the new covers that the author got for these books, and I adore them. Yeah, they're just really pretty, and this captures the story so well. Then with a gift card I got for Christmas, because we're going back to that, I bought the rest of the Magiford series I was missing. So the first one was the Court of Midnight and Deception trilogy. So Crown of Shadows is the first book, Crown of Moonlight is the second book, and The Queen's Crown is the third book. Yeah, this was one of the trilogies I was missing. And then I got currently the last one, the Magic on Main Street should actually be getting their paperbacks. The author did say we will probably start getting them end of May, beginning of June, so I'm very excited for those. But yeah, then I got the last series. At the time when I bought these was the Gate of Myth and Power series, so The King's Captive, The King's Shadow, and The King's Queen, and I don't like the guy. Let's just be honest, I don't like the guy for this picture. That he doesn't look like Noctis at all. So, like, just no. Oh yeah, the stack does actually show in the frame. But though, you know, this is from over months at a time, so I don't need to feel guilty about it. And actually, technically, I haven't been buying books for a while. I only just started recently buying them again because I've been on a book ban, but I've been ditching books like crazy, so yeah. It doesn't look like it from this video, but that's just because I've been hoarding these books for months. Anyways, next one I got is a big chunker, and that is Rage Like the Gods by Nikki Chapelway. Big book. It's 600 pages, I think. This is her epic fantasy series. Yes, 668 pages. But yeah, very smaller print. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I read this as an ARC back when it first came out. I think it was, which was 2022. Okay. Wow, that was a while ago. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Definitely gonna reread this one whenever the second book comes out. I don't know when she's writing that or publishing it. And I have War by Angela R. Watts. This is like a collection of poetry, free verse stuff. So yeah, there's that one. And then I got Engaged with Supervillain. I read this one as well. Love this one. This was also in my May readathon, or like the Southern Turn readathon vlog. That's what I was trying to say. Vlog, not readathon. Whatever. The vlog that I just did recently. This book was in there. Adored it. Then I have Wading Through the Fog on a Sunny Day by Michaela Bush, also poetry. I don't really like poetry very much, but I do like the stuff Michaela writes and the stuff Angela writes. That's pretty good poetry, really. Poetry that makes you think, and it's not just confusing or fluffy or whatever. So, yeah, I really enjoy their poetry, but not much else. Okay, then I have another book. So far in this stack, I think I haven't read just Reborn, so just one. So this is the second one I haven't read yet, and that is Between Floors. This is the third book in the City Between series. I bought this one because of the way the second book ended. I was like, I have to know what happens. So yeah, and it's that, again, that flip cover version. I'm not sure what the chair signifies. I'm not sure about that yet, but anyways, this is one of the ones I will definitely want to read quickly, or at least soon, but yeah, I definitely want to read that one. Then I got this one. We went to local Goodwill, and I found this one, which is Andersen's Fairy Tales. It's just, how many are in here? I think there's 4. There's 4 stories by Hans Christian Andersen. I've been trying to get, like, fairy tales and stuff like that, because if you know the original tale, then you can retell it better. So yeah, and this includes The Little Mermaid, The Snow Queen, The Emperor's New Suit, and The Ugly Duckling. So, I mean, I've read retellings from 3 of these, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the original is, and I really like the cover. Just the way it's drawn and stuff, it's really pretty. So, yeah, there's that one. Haven't read that one yet, obviously. I mean, I don't know if that was obvious, whatever. Then, I've been getting into Marvel Comics, at least somewhat. It's a little bit hard because it's really hard to get into it because there's so many of them and I just don't know what to pick. So anyways, I got these, like, middle grade type ones. So the first one is The New Danger. You'll hear about this more in my May wrap-up. Oh my. The problem is with this one in particular doesn't seem to be glued in very well. The very first few pages seem to, like, be separating a little bit at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to tape those to make sure they don't fall out. It seems to be the first few and then the rest of them seem to be fine. I don't know what that is. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this art style though. It looks like melting graffiti. Yeah, not a fan of that, so yeah, but overall the story was pretty good. So that was The New Danger. Then I got it's like the 5th one in the series. It's the one not connected really to the rest of the storyline. That is Off the Clock. This one's hilarious. It's basically, again, it has a different art style. I like this art style much better. Basically, Natasha, Black Widow, she basically tells the Avengers that they all have to take a day off because, like, these workaholics just work too hard. And then, so on their day off, they all end up, like, getting into trouble. And it's, like, different team-ups between different people, because you have, like, Thor and Ant-Man, Captain America, and Squirrel Girl, who's, I think she's a newer character, because I've never really heard of her, and I don't think I'd read a story by her. She's bonkers. And then you have Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. And they kind of just all get into trouble. Like, they're supposed to be taking a day off, but they just can't do that. But yeah, this was hilarious. I really enjoyed this one. Again, you'll be hearing more about that one in my May wrap-up. And then I got The Living Nightmare, which I also talked about in my reading vlog. I love this one so much that I bought a copy of it. So, again, different art style. Looks mostly like this. But yeah, I definitely like this one better than the melting graffiti. But yeah. And this one is interesting. It has these stickers on the back. I think, because I had to get this from another used seller on Amazon. So, because it's not in print. These stickers were on it. I think it was originally sold in Taiwan? I'm not sure. Because there's, like, characters. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, these 2 stickers. It's in English. So, I don't know. But that's very interesting. That it was, like, could have been in Taiwan. I'm not even sure what the price is. $3.50? But who knows, in whatever currency they have. But I thought that was very interesting. So that's kind of why I've left them on there. I haven't removed them yet. So yeah. But really enjoyed that one. So I got a copy of that one. Then this one, I'm not going to be reading for a while, but I bought the copy anyways. That is Yona the Dawn, Volume 41. Love this cover. She looks so intense. I love that. Just love this artist's work, this mangaka's artwork and stuff. My friend Laura and I, we are buddy reading this series, and we have decided, based on what we've heard of, like, the emotional wreckage that it is leaving readers in, because it's in its final arc, this series is, and don't know how many more volumes that's going to be, but it's like we're all in, like, really intense emotional stuff and things aren't necessarily being wrapped up yet. So Laura and I made the executive decision to wait, either until there's enough volumes printed that we could, like, bypass some of the stuff that is making readers, like, go crazy on reviews, or until the series ends. We haven't decided yet. It's basically, it probably depends on how many more volumes there are going to be. But I am still going to keep buying them when they come out because I love the series. I'm going to love it regardless. They're just going to stockpile for a while because the emotional heartbreak is real, guys. I mean, seriously, these cliffhangers these volumes often end on are brutal. So, yeah, there's a reason we're waiting. So, yeah, this one's going to sit on my unread pile to be read pile for quite a while, but I still got the volume anyways. And I'll get 42 when it comes out in September, I think it is. Okay, then I bought this one, which I just finished yesterday, I think it was. The Kingdom's True Queen by Michaela Bush. Yeah, I really like this book. This is before in the Legends of Lanneria series. Really, really like this. You'll be hearing more about this in my wrap up, but really good. Then I also got her newest devotional, which is Sustain, a 30-day devotional and study guide dedicated to remembering God's sovereignty and hardship. Her first devotional, Back to Him, was really good. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I haven't gone into this one yet. Kind of just waiting for when my mood is for the right time to dive into this one. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this one because her first devotional is really good. And I'm not a devotional person, so that's something I say. So that's not something I say lightly, because I'm not a devotional person. And the last book I'm going to talk about is I Got 1,000 Heartbeats by Kira Cass. A friend of mine was getting rid of her copy because she didn't like it. And just so she knows, if she watches this video, I still have her note of what she told me of what she thought of this book. So I still have her note. I just have it inside the book. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. And yeah, so now I finally have a copy and I can reread it at some point. The dust jacket is ripped a little bit on the corner. Oh, so yeah, the dust jacket is ripped a little bit on the corner, so I'm gonna have to fix that, tape it up or something. But yeah, really, really like that one. So that was a gift from her. And yeah, those are all the books I bought recently. So I'm gonna show you the extra stuff now, except my feet are falling asleep. Okay, so the first thing I have, if you guys have seen my bookshelf in past videos and stuff, you know I have Funko Pops of a couple of the characters I like. I like to get figures of characters that I like and stuff. So with that in mind and me being in my Avengers mode right now, I got a little Captain America, which, as you can see, he's a bobblehead. This was not disclosed in the description on Amazon, and I did not read the box in the picture. Yeah, I was a little shocked at first when I pulled him out and I was like, a bobblehead. And yeah, at first I wasn't so happy about it, but I mean, look at him with his whole head still. He's so cute. So I got over it. He's cute. And he pretty much just sits on my shelf anyway, so his head stays still unless I tap it. It does kind of give me like a little bit like, just stop, your brains are being rattled, even though he's plastic and he doesn't have a brain. But yeah, I really like it. He's the Civil War edition. I would have preferred a different one. I mean, not that I dislike Civil War, because I do like the movie, but yeah, but I did like him, and he was one of the cheaper ones because Funko Pops are ridiculous like that, where they like to charge stupid prices for them. But yeah, especially the Marvel ones. But yeah, so there he sits. But he's very cute, and I really like seeing him because, like I've said before, he's my favorite superhero, so that doesn't give anybody anxiety. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you are some of the movies, films, and stuff that I've gotten because I like that sort of thing, and I really like the stories, and I like just different things about it. I like movies and TV series and stuff like that, so especially really good ones. So if you're not interested in that part of the video, you can just bow out now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in that, here are the few. And I'm hoping to do reviews of these at some point. Like I said, reviews, rambles, thoughts. I haven't quite figured out how I'm doing that yet. The first one is Ultimate Avengers. This is actually a movie, an animated movie that Marvel did in 2006, so even before the first Iron Man movie came out of the MCU. So yeah, there's an interesting story behind this one. I originally first saw this at Goodwill. Somebody had given it away, and I kind of looked up a review on it while I was in the store, but I wasn't sure. That was when my family and I were first getting into Marvel movies and stuff, so I wasn't sure about it, so I left it there. I kind of regret that decision, but also not. Then again, when I was watching something, I think it was like a movie, probably one of those movie analysis videos that I like to watch. This was somebody had done a review for this movie, and it was listed on a, continue watching type list. And so I looked at it because I was like, oh, wait a minute, I remember seeing that. So I watched their review. I'm not going to link the review in the description because, unfortunately, the reviewer does like to use a lot of bad language. I watched it anyways just because it was pretty much the only review out there about this movie. So I got curious. I then looked it up on YouTube, managed to find the whole thing on YouTube. I mean, most of it. Actually, I did realize they cut out part of it when I watched it again this time because it was like, okay, that makes sense, but hey, whatever. It gave me the majority of the movie, so I knew enough that I liked it. So then, yeah, I bought a copy. Really enjoyed it. I will say the most surprising part is when Thor is saving the whale, protesting to save the whales. That was the most unique thing I've ever seen. So when you first watch it, you're just like, what is he doing? And then you're like, okay, somehow that fits his character. But yeah, I really did enjoy this one. It does have a big focus on Captain America, so obviously I'm gonna like it for that. So yeah, definitely out of all the characters though, Thor and Iron Man probably get the least amount of time, which is very interesting considering how much time or how much emphasis Iron Man has on the MCU. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. At some point I will do a review of it. The next one I got the entire two seasons of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So this is a TV series, a animated TV series that was done, I actually don't even know when it was released. I think the DVD was released in 2011. So I'm going to say it was probably around 2010, 2011 when this series was running. Long story short, it was supposed to, I think, go for 4 seasons. It got canceled after 2. A lot of people, to be replaced by a different series they have, which is called Avengers Assemble. A lot of people were mad about it, didn't like that one as much. But yeah, I'd heard the same guy who had reviewed Ultimate Avengers had done a review on this one, so I looked it up. And then I looked into it more, and it looked super fun, super amazing. This has great writing in it. Yeah, it's definitely really good. Yes, it was produced by Disney, but this was back when Disney wasn't quite as corrupt as it is now. So they actually still had good storylines, good characters, strong morals, strong themes. It's really good. If you like superhero action and stuff, but more on the comic book side of things rather than the MCU more realistic side of things, I think you will really like the series. It has great writing. The characters are phenomenal. They have time to get you to form a team. The Avengers they're just a great group of characters, and I really like their interactions. That is the one thing I feel the Marvel movies missed out on, was making the Avengers feel like a family rather than just a bunch of people who were often thrown in together. Like, individual characters often had tighter bonds with other individual characters, but the whole team of the Avengers in the movies never felt as tight-knit as they do in this series. In this series, it's like, yeah, of course they would do that type of stuff. Of course they would, like, willingly die for each other. Like, they love each other that much, and they're friends. And, yeah, that is the one thing I think the movies did miss. Aside from a few characters having relationships, friendships with each other, having friendships with each other, that felt very much like, yes, they would do that for each other. Yeah, that is the one thing that I feel like this series did better than the movies, was the team dynamics. So anyways, I don't know what the thing is about the way they separated this thing. Okay, so this is all season 1. 1 disc with only about 6 to 7 episodes on each one. Why? Why didn't you release it in like 2 DVDs and put 2 discs in each one? They did that for season 2. I don't know. But anyways, so in case you're curious about this, because this took me forever to figure out how they did it, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4 are all season 1. So this is the complete season 1. Okay? And then you have volumes 5 and 6, which is the complete season 2. Not in order. I kid you not. For some bizarre reason, for the, I think it was the second disc on this one and the first disc on this one, they're not in order. Like, any of them. Like, a few of the episodes are in order. I literally had to go on Wikipedia, see the episode list, and write down the titles in order just to make sure these were in order. Even in this one, an episode between disc 1 and disc 2 are not in order. They're flipped. But those two you can watch out of order, so it wasn't that big of a deal. The other ones, though, you had to watch in order, otherwise you would have no idea what was going on. But regardless of how the DVD people set it up, because that was dumb, this is a really good series. I highly recommend it if you like Marvel, superheroes, any type, animated series. This is really good, written really well. The characters have great dynamics. It's just amazing, and I really, really enjoyed this one. So yeah, definitely enjoyed these. We'll be adding doing some kind of at least impression review or something about those in the future. I just gotta figure out how to do it. So yeah, that is it. That is my little book haul, DVD haul, Captain America. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.